3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to the Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 126.
Yeah.
That was harder than I thought it was going to be. Always is. Joining me this week, we got Bruno. And that's it. No one else. Didn't want to.
It's me. Hi.
It's just us.
It me, that boy.
Wait, how many things you got this week?
I have deer.
Okay.
And... oh! Wow. I'm glad I wrote that one down. I got something else.
Okay. Did you get another haircut recently?
Nope.
Does your hair just not grow?
It does. Like, I cut it pretty damn short.
I know, but I don't think I don't
Like,
not
it
cut my
feels a whole lot longer than before.
I feel like I go 2. Like, unless you're
I
going
did a
1.
3.
What?
Yeah. Fuck if I know.
Dude, look at this. Look at this shit. Like, I mean, like...
I've got early baldness, Nick, okay?
Do you?
I don't know. Maybe. I
When are you
might.
gonna start shaving the V's in?
In here? Oh,
yeah.
They're fucking way there already, brother.
It's hard to see your hairline.
They're like... I also have hair, like, growing on my forehead right here. Like, that shit
I got it
comes...
on my upper cheek.
It almost connects to my eyebrow.
Man, I can't get a willow's peak on my left side because that's the direction my hair grows down.
Yeah.
So it would be like really like it's not that like the hair it grow like it's the way it grows, so
Yeah.
it will always cover up if I grow it out long enough. So if I do, it'll get lopsided. My hair is lopsided because it grows down here and it grows to the side here. So I have to have them like even it out. I have to get the level out when I get a haircut.
So, like, this whole area right here, which is, like, right above my temples, for those listening that haven't been watching me point at all this stuff, it just grows in every which direction. It like, doesn't have a direction.
That's always fun.
Yeah, so... what are you gonna do?
You're not gonna listen to the podcast on Google Podcasts anymore. That's what you're not gonna do. Or play music, whatever the fuck it's on.
Did they kill it yet? Because I actually liked it.
I migrated us to something.
Oh boy.
I had to verify the ownership for Podcast Manager because yes, Google Podcast Manager.
I don't know what the hell they changed the name to. They took out they killed the Google Play Music and changed it to YouTube Music. But the YouTube Music like kind of doesn't work as well in some aspects. It's weird, dude.
I mean, if I just added it. So I don't think we could get any like numbers, but they never gave me numbers to begin with, but I don't know if they're going to give me numbers now. So I'll be interested. I'll be interested to see what we get, but I think a lot of it is trash.
Yeah, I believe that.
So, starting off, I'm looking through all my article. This week we started a new endeavor.
We did?
We did. You are particularly trying to get into the F1 racing scene.
Oh, yeah.
I, while enjoying the race, won't break my back to get here for the weekly race, but I will sure as hell root for my driver for no reason.
Yes.
Why is it F1? Do you know what it actually stands for?
Formula 1. Yeah.
But like, is 1 the league, division,
there's a 1, a 2, and a 3.
Oh. So my guy might lose, and we might go. He might be a loser.
Maybe. He might get demoted.
Oh.
I don't know how that actually works though.
Yeah.
Because like the one dude started when he was 17, I think, in Formula 1, which is like, Jesus, quite a a good job.
Isn't he?
Let's say
Isn't he
that.
like really good?
Yeah, he was running good. It's Mark Verstappen, I think. So he's like
Verstappen.
one of the. See, the thing about Formula One is sometimes it doesn't matter how good you are. It matters what your team, like your company, what car company
Yeah.
you're with. Like right now, Mercedes has F1. Like they're holding them big time. They have like a dominating advantage over everybody else.
But hear me out.
Yes.
We sabotage him.
I mean, maybe. Maybe.
So why F1 over any other type of racing there is available?
Um, Part of it is because I keep seeing memes on Reddit, and I
Yes.
want to be part of the memes instead of saying, "Oh, that's a racing meme." Yeah. Another part is if they go real fast and they make turns real hard.
Fast and
Uh,
hard.
yeah. I don't know.
I'm just curious. I
Yeah,
mean, there's a type of racing out there that fits anyone's preferences, and this one
yeah.
is one of the more populars, I'd say.
Like when I think about NASCAR, which I have watched in the past, it's a lot of turning left. There's no other way to put it. Like, you know,
The
they
appeal
don't
of
do many road
NASCAR
courses.
is also the downfall of a very standardized system, which
Yes.
is all about the driving, not necessarily about performance.
Yeah. Which I don't know whether I like or dislike that in Formula One yet.
It's
It's
definitely
interesting to me that they're on different playing fields. I guess it's going to make it so much better if the guy you're rooting for that's getting shit on does pull off a win.
hmm
Because it's going to feel so much better.
so. I
I don't know. I
I
like
like the.
road course, which that's all it pretty much is.
hmm
And they go fast, and I like it. I don't know. Hard to say.
The only other thing racing I think I might be more interested of is rally car
See,
racing.
I've thought about that too. The only problem I think with rally is you're never really racing somebody else.
No, it's more
You're
about
just
time.
racing the clock.
Which,
Which I
yeah,
enjoy the thought of rally. I guess that's kind of why I like the rally cross races because they do some crazy shit on those sometimes.
but hear me out.
Yeah,
High-end rally is boring because there's just these weirdly souped up cars that,
yeah,
just black. I want like the semi-pro rally, like the dudes that are just like welding a frame
okay.
together in their basement.
Oh, oh, that's semi-pro. Okay,
Like
yeah,
they get enough money to like buy gas and tires, but not enough money that they have they're using their cousin's friend's garage.
okay. See,
Like,
that would be interesting, but with that, you kind of almost want to see them building the car.
well, that's what you get. That's the pre-show that we want to know. Like
Oh, okay.
that's like the hour pre-show and then the 2 hour post-show.
See, like, we watched. There was a race in Russia, right? I I downloaded this race so that I could watch it not at the crack of dawn, cause
Yeah,
I was asleep.
European sports are hard.
Yeah, and then we watched it Monday night. But we watched one out of the six things we could have watched. There was
Oh,
like a practice. Sorry, they get three practices, a qualifying, a post qualifying analysis, the pre race, then the race, then the post race. So there's six things that you can watch.
it,
We watched the race, and
which
I
is
think
still
that was
two
the way.
fucking hours.
Yeah, I think that was the way to go.
Was it your main attention, or was it your like side attention, or was it like
I was giving it like at least 60%, maybe
okay?
closer to 70.
Because the first 20 laps, like attention. The next like 20 laps,
So
like
like I think one of the things was first lap there was a wreck,
Well,
which
yeah,
was
that
like, holy shit, set a
because they were
precedent.
trying to. They didn't even have enough fucking clip. They kept clipping the same 10 seconds because that's all they had to
Yeah.
clip from.
Yeah, because it was turn two.
Yeah,
And
no,
like
the, the
two
operator was
people
like looking at the intern,
fucking
being like, "Clip more," and be like, "Ugh."
they didn't get to that many cameras. Like turn two, they had this weird like go around chicane thing,
Hmm.
and one guy just got too close to the wall, whacked off two of his wheels. And then somebody else spun out right after that.
I mean,
So it was like we took the dial from go and straight to 11, flung it around.
I do find the time penalties interesting.
I do too. And so here's the deal. I said, I want to get into F1 for the 2021 season. So I
Mhm.
decided now I should watch F1 to learn a little bit about it so that I can know what I'm starting with. Which I'm glad we did because, god damn, there were a lot of questions on race one. Like, what's that icon? What does that mean? I think it's good to not start at the beginning of the season.
There needs to be a guide.
But they go so in depth. Like, I know there's this whole system to do with tires, and I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's
Like, they get 14 sets or something, and then you end up with so many for the race.
uh.
It's weird.
Now the thing I will say is I don't like the look of Formula One cars.
I definitely like the look of the older cars better. Yes.
Uh, the look of the older like Formula One cars is like, you know, I don't even know. They're like just a tube with wheels. No, no, no. I mean older.
Older than that? All right.
Yeah,
Well, let me keep that one, and I'll find you an older one.
like I don't know. Probably what our like if our grandparents watched Formula One. Um,
Like this thing?
yeah. That I just love the look of that. And
All right. So
if they looked like that in modern day, I would be 1,000 more times in the sport.
this looks like a death trap.
Well, that's the point though.
Like it doesn't look like there's a frame. It just looks like it's a
Yes.
motor with wheels attached to a cockpit
Yes.
and then some wheels at the front. Oh my, if this flipped over, it's on his head. That's terrifying. I'm saying like the 90s. This F1 is the F1 that I like
I
the
mean,
look
that's what
of.
I think about when I think of an F1 car.
Yeah.
Like that's I don't know why that's iconic. I don't even know if it's iconic, but that just kind of like
Yeah.
I feel like that's the toy they would sell you if they were ever going
Yeah.
to give you an F1 car.
And the sound of these ones too was a big thing.
Was it?
Oh yeah. I've watched some videos about like the progression of sound on F1 cars.
Mhm.
Cuz like these cars are like a V12, so there's lots of cylinders and they're revving to like 14,000 and they're screaming. Nowadays it's like you could talk with somebody next to you in the car. They're so much quieter. I think they're only 6 cylinders maybe. Let me look that up.
Are they?
But yeah.
I guess you want a light engine, like the most bang for your buck engine. Hmm.
It's so they're very regulated, right?
Are they? I didn't know
Yes.
I didn't know how regulated F1 was when it comes to that stuff.
So like NASCAR, they almost get handed an engine.
Right.
F1, they have specifics they have to be within,
Okay.
which is why F1 is so different. Um,
Yeah. I mean, I don't think there's a true racing that's like complete. Well, street racing. Uh, there's no like professional grade, like bring whatever you want type situation.
so right now, from 2014 to now, It's a 4-stroke piston, 1.6 liter engine that can only rev to 15,000 as
Mhm.
opposed to like 19,000, and it's a V6. But you can have a turbocharger or a supercharger. Like
But
pre 2013, you couldn't have forced induction.
what is a four-stroke piston?
It means that it runs on regular gas and you're not putting oil into it.
Okay.
Like like a go-kart motor or like a weed whacker, that's usually a
Mhm.
two-stroke engine that you use premix oil, like gas with
Okay.
oil, 50-1 ratio or something like that. It's
Okay.
just like it depends on how many strokes go by without combustion.
Okay.
I think I think that's what it means.
Gotcha. And
Like
liters
two
is just
stroke
like
is liters is the size of the pistons.
a piston or all the pistons
I
added
believe
together?
full all of them.
Okay. I didn't know if what the specifics were, and I don't know liter because liters is too much of an imperial, a non-freedom unit. It's just hard for me to know.
God fucking damn it. Like I think it's like if you took all of the pistons at the most open point
Right, like
and you
the
filled
space.
them
Yeah.
and then dumped all that out into something, that's how much.
That's what I always assumed it, but I didn't want to.
Yeah.
I never would state it.
Yeah. Like a big engine. Oh boy. Cuz like you can get a small car that's like a 1.6 liter, which is like what they're running.
Mhm.
Um and they're usually a 4-cylinder. Like in a little Honda, that's probably what it is, like a 1.64 liter. Or sorry, 4-cylinder 1.6 liter. My truck is a 4-liter V6. A diesel, like the one old diesel, was a 7.3 liter. They get big, it's just a matter of what you're looking at. Nowadays, it's usually like most cars have a small but turbocharged engine. Usually,
I do like that. I, I'm
it's
I'm
it's normally
upset.
more economical.
I'm upset. The Jeep didn't follow that uh ideology of like a four-cylinder with a turbo. That's what like my mom's and my brother's Ford Escape have. They both just
Yeah,
have four cylinders.
yeah,
But when you're merging on the highway and you want that little bit of pep to try to like go from the stuck behind an old lady trying to merge at 30 to 65, 75.
yeah. Usually they do pretty good high end if you really need to get on them.
Yeah.
But
But
like, my mom recently bought a Honda CRV,
mhm,
and that is that kind of thing, like a small turbocharged. And then she has a CVT transmission, which is the
mhm.
one that doesn't have gears, so it just like changes on the fly your gear ratio, which is helpful for those little engines if you want to be in power band, and is also helpful for economics. You know?
I don't know. I think I have a gearbox, but I don't feel it. I don't feel it compared to my old car. Let me put it this way. If
Yeah, I know what you mean.
like the Escape, I know when
You
I
feel
know.
every gear. It's like clunk. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's in.
Yeah.
Clunk. Yep, that's fourth.
I don't know what gear it is, but like it's a rough whoever
Oh
had the
yeah.
car before me never you like went past that gear. So like
It's new. You're
when I
like,
first started driving the car, I'm like, what am I hitting? Like I feel like like not hit something, but you feel that
yeah,
to do. I'm like, oh, that's like right when I'm hitting 45, about ready to hit
that's a
50.
gear shift, is what that is.
So, but yeah, you know what? Because then I think I have like it's like a 9 speed, but I don't feel it. Some
Yeah, they're pretty good at shifting, especially when there's a lot of them like that.
It's one of those things I want to play with, but I don't want to play with. But like I can like shift it into being a manual
Yeah,
with like just that. one of those things I want to play with, but I really don't want to play. Maybe when I'm like gonna sell the car, like
Nah, you can do that. It's fine.
fine.
Yeah, like it really is.
Yeah. Maybe when I have it more paid off.
So F1, by limiting them, the teams,
Hmm.
but not restricting them so much that they can't do anything, that actually helps auto manufacturers and progression of engines. Like a lot of this, like honestly, the 2014 to now thing, I think F1 is the main thing making auto manufacturers look into these small and turbocharged engines.
Yeah.
I think that's a large factor of it, which is interesting to me.
I mean, to like, I know, I know these cars are manual, but like, to what degree are they actually Like,
Um,
the steering wheels have so many goddamn buttons and computers. To like, what degree is it not just
so
like
you have a clutch,
you
right?
do have a clutch,
You do, but you only use it to start or
only
stop.
not no gear change,
No, you just it's a slam it and go.
right? Those are the
Yeah, I think they're like pneumatic gear shifts. So you hit a paddle and it pneumatically changes gears with like
yeah.
pressurized air. So it's past just telling. So it's more of a manual than it is an automatic because you have a clutch. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure they have a clutch. I might have to double check my fact on that one.
Man, these Formula One cars are are like a little crazy. Plus, the steering wheels have like a
So
thousand different settings you can
they've toned the steering wheels down
have. They?
because yeah, I think this year you can't switch tune modes anymore in the car. So like before they had a knob that was like 0 to 10 and 0 was 900 horsepower and 10 was like 1500, or I'm just spewing numbers out my ass.
Yeah, yeah.
But so based on how much fuel you wanted to use, you could change that on the
Gotcha.
fly as you're racing. I think they took that out. So they can't do that. I think they also have a knob like that for traction control.
I mean,
So
the one
like,
I'm looking at right now, you could set
oh, there's tons of.
the one. It doesn't have a branding, so I can't tell what team. But the one I'm looking at right now has uh, like you set your tires, you set your like what type of pavement you're like, wet, dry, that type of
Yeah,
stuff. Um,
is it like this one?
almost like it's one of those random ones, but basically it's
Yeah.
the same shit.
So
That's horsepower, I guess.
you've
HPP,
got maybe,
maybe.
probably. I don't know.
Nutty.
Yeah, it's crazy. It really is. And I'm sure there's buttons to talk to your team and
I think
all
that's
that
the
shit. Oh, that would be the talk button, I bet. It's probably that one. But yeah, you have a clutch just to start and stop, and that's it.
you can plus BB
Yeah, you can.
and you can minus BB. Because I yeah, these cars. When your car goes down so hard, you don't need traction at high speeds. It's a crazy car.
Yeah. I remember watching Top Gear, and they put Richard Hammond in one of these things.
I,
And
I,
he was good enough to drive it fast enough that he was crashing it. Or not crashing, but he was losing control of it.
I don't.
Because he wasn't driving it fast enough to get the downforce,
Hmm.
but he was driving it past the cold tire temperature. So he was skidding and understeering corners instead of getting the hot tires and the downforce.
That's saying something. A man that's like, not that he, not that he has like this experience, but he has a lot of experience driving.
Yeah,
Like,
it. I feel like it's a mind thing though too. Like it's the whole jumping into the deep end thing.
yeah, the faster you go, the more control you'll have over it.
Yeah,
Not where in any other like situation with driving, the faster you go, the less control you tend to have.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's gonna be cool to watch it. I'm looking forward to the next one, which is this weekend.
Germany? Yeah. I feel like I looked it up where it was.
I think it is Germany.
Is
I
it?
think it's at Nürburgring.
Fuck yeah, Bruno got that one right. Uh,
The Eiffel Grand Prix at the Nürburgring. So that is Germany.
at first I thought it was France. I'm like, fuck.
No, Germany, because it's Nürburgring. So
Erm,
you're good.
damn, I'm so fucking good. So that's the new sport. We'll see. We'll see how it
Yeah,
progresses. Might get really shitty.
it might. I want to see a rain race. I want to
I
see
don't.
how different it is.
Probably fucking a lot more caution flags and just like, god damn.
You're probably right. You're probably right.
um. So let me. COVID, right?
I know COVID. We're fucking dealing with it.
You know, you can't just go to a restaurant easily without like some sort of like, oh, can you dine in? Can you not dine in? Do I have to like sit outside?
I think like you can now dine in, but I haven't even paid attention because I haven't been.
Yeah. So, you know, what's the first thing you worry about when dining in, Bruno? Your
See,
food. Great, great.
yeah,
You want to know why? Because people make it. So
yeah,
let's just
yeah. That was always a thing that I thought was a little odd and worrisome.
let's just let's start a restaurant, or it's just some robot flipping your burgers.
What the? 30 grand?
Well, think about this. How much are you gonna pay the guy to flip the burgers for a year?
Yeah, but he does other things.
Hmm, I don't know.
Oh, it makes fries too? Oh, I'm
I don't
sold.
know what I just made up the burger thing, but
I'm
I
sold.
fe- I feel like you can make it flip a burger because I feel like fries are harder.
It's look, I got a gif of it making fries.
It is making fries.
I think it even did the tilt and jiggle a little bit to get the oil off of them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all for workers and not like robots, but I would go to like a restaurant that's whole theme was like come watch the robots make your food.
Miso's has tremendous success last year, serving up more than 50,000 burgers and 31,000 pounds of chicken tenders and tots.
Damn.
Holy!
Tenders are not the Tenders are pretty dense. I'll just put it out there. They're not tots are pretty
See,
not
like,
dense.
I I see the burger as being the tricky one.
Eh. No,
Like,
that one's
no. I
yes.
absolutely see the burger as the hardest one.
No, one of the easier ones.
You're telling me that dunking a a tray basket, whatever, dunking a basket full of tater tots into hot oil is easier than taking a spatula and flipping a burger?
It's not a spatula. It'll do like a little claw hand flip and then dump. And it'll just be a time thing. It puts the burger on.
Hmm.
It
What
deposits
about the
burger on
stiction, Nick? What about the stiction?
the stiction.
Yeah, the burger sticking.
Dog,
You
who
got to get
cleans
under
these
there.
grill? That's so covered in nothing sticks on the grill like
You might
this.
be right. You might be right.
Fuck, you think when's the last time you think your little McDonald's like flat griddle burger's ever been like clean?
They get cleaned a lot actually, because they clean really well. I know. You get
Yeah,
this little packet of goop, right?
yeah.
You make the griddle hot and dump the packet and swirl it all around. It all bubbles and steams up, and
I'm
then you
sure
just
that's
like wash it all off.
I'm sure that's the intended goal, but what McDonald's workers at 3 a.m. wants to clean the grill the best?
Maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
They're already gearing up the McGriddles because they know fucking Karens will be coming out of the woodworks for their egg McMuffin. So
Yeah.
Man, yeah,
Yeah, okay. I went to Burger King the other day because I was
yeah,
out getting things, right?
dude, I love Burger King.
I don't have an issue. So I went on their app, saw they had some bundle as a deal. I was getting food for me and my dad. I'm bringing it home. So I ordered in the parking lot with my phone, right?
Yes.
I roll up to the drive through and say, "Yo, I made an order. It's me."
Mhm.
And they're like, "Yeah, pull around." And then I get there, and keep in mind, it's all paid for. Like, it's done. And he goes, "All right, pull around to the front. Like, park in a spot. We'll bring it out."
Fuck.
It's happened before to me at this place, even for like small orders that aren't really anything or big. And
Mhm.
it's like, whatever, fine. Well, I pull around to the front, and I'm sitting there for a few minutes, and I see him come out with like a bag, a plastic bag with two bags in it, and a couple drinks. And I'm like, oh, that could be my order. And he turns to the other way and hands it to some lady, and off they go. And then he
Mhm.
comes out and he says, "All right, here's your food." And he's got one single little bag. And he says, "Here's your double Whopper with cheese."
It's
And I go, "What about the rest of it?"
like, oof.
"Oh, what
Lady
did you
still.
order?" And I like listed it off. "Do you have your receipt?" "No." "You can give me one."
Could you pull it up in
"Oh,
the app?
I could," but he was like running away already. Like,
Did you
he
get your
gave
food?
he gave me the, "Oh, I don't know where that is. Oh, there's only three of us working here. One guy broke his leg," and he gave me the whole sob story from the start. Went back inside, came back out. "Hey, I must have gave your food to somebody else. We don't have it." So, what did you order again?
Hmm.
I sat there for another like 10 minutes. Eventually got it and left. I wasn't in that much of a rush, so it wasn't a huge deal, but like, what's so hard about giving people the right food? And why were those people a dickhead and took my food? They knew it wasn't their food.
I'd take the food.
But like,
I'd
come
take the food
on.
and run.
Come on. Just give me
I
my
mean,
food.
yeah, I could go for some BK nuggets.
They changed my nuggets. They were like different. That was part of that bundle.
Hmm. It depends on
They
the
gave
price
me
of
the I
chicken.
think they gave me their Whopper thing that they ordered too. Like they just put it in my bag.
Nice. I got a new like. So I live right next to Giant.
Okay.
So going to Giant is like the best thing ever. I used to grow. I when I grew where I grew up, like young child to like end of middle school.
Yeah.
I lived like I could see like Giant from my bedroom window,
Okay.
and now I live next to Giant again, and I love that. It's like the best thing in life to live like next to your grocery store.
Yeah. It's convenient.
So I I have a favorite section of Giant,
Yeah.
and that's the bakery clearance section.
That's a good section.
So ours is just like it's like two carts where they put like
See,
all
especially when you're right there like that too.
yeah, they put all like I don't non-fresh like baked items go on
Like
that
the
cart.
next day loaves of bread and
Yes.
bagels and stuff. Yeah.
So Giant has a pretty healthy like donut selection, right? Like
It depends on which one, but yeah, absolutely.
mine does. Like our area must buy donuts, Good.
Yeah.
'Cause we have a Sheets, but it's not like near the Giant. So there's not many places to get your morning donuts for your office. So any donuts that don't sell get
Yeah.
put into a box of dozen.
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy a dozen donuts that are like a day old for
Which
like
isn't that
250.
old for a donut. Like that's
No,
okay.
you can get like for $2.50 you get a dozen like random
That's
selected
like a
donuts.
really good price for donuts.
I know. And even if you only eat half the donuts, it was still only $2.50 for them,
Yeah.
which is still a great deal.
Yeah. What does Giant sell a donut for? Like 60 cents or something?
I forget what the individual price
Normal
is.
price?
Yeah,
Whatever.
like
Yeah.
it's better to
I
buy
would
more
call
than
their
less.
dozen probably like $6 for
Yeah,
a dozen.
probably. And and then they have some random item, like they have this giant cookie. This giant cookie is like this big, like big
Yeah.
cookie. It's like
Big
a
cookie.
dollar 50 normally. Goes down to 75 cents.
That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, for like oh,
See,
I
like,
love.
that would be the nice part about living near a grocery store, is being able to just like go over and check up on things and grab some of that stuff. I gotta drive like 15 minutes to go to a grocery store if I want anything.
I know. It's yeah.
My grocery store, like, I remember watching, I think it was Northern Lion, because he babbles about lots of stuff. And he's like, I go to the grocery store like twice a week for food. Like, how do people not go to the grocery store every week? And I'm like,
Mm,
I'm in this picture. I don't
I
go
mean,
to a grocery store that often.
I
And when
go,
I do, I fill a fucking cart and come home with it.
man. The
Like, how often do you go to Giant or wherever?
at least once a week we do a pickup of our order.
Okay.
We like because of the proximity, we're more likely just to run and get something small if we just
Yeah.
like need it.
Yeah.
So like at least once a week we get all of our food for the week, we're fine. I might run at initial time, but that's just because of proximity, not because I actually want something.
Yeah. I understand.
So,
I would stretch that to like 2 to 3 weeks for me to go to a grocery store.
hmm. I
And
can't think of 2 to 3 weeks worth of dinners.
sometimes I like alternate to like, oh, I'll go to Sam's Club and buy like a bunch of rolls and freeze them.
I wish we had freezer space.
I have lots of freezer space. In fact, I just defrosted my freezer
It's
because
always
that was a thing.
that's a good thing to do.
Well, like my shelves were getting pretty hefty. Like my shelves were solid, like eight
Nice.
inches thick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
not great.
I haven't had a bread sale. Like so we go through bread. Sometimes they have good
Yeah,
bread sales, like buy two get one free.
like
Like
on sliced bread. Are you talking, or
yeah,
just
like or buy one get two. They have
yeah?
some good bread sales. And it's like of one time we had like 4 loaves of bread and we had like three frozen because it was like some good sales, and now we just can't get a good bread sale. Now like our freezer's so empty because I just have it all sectioned out for this bread we don't have. Just feels bad.
I always used to love going to like Italian markets
Mhm.
and get the long Italian loaves of bread.
Ooh.
Oh, I haven't found a good one in a long time though. I used to know a lot of people that would go to like New Jersey. And
Oh,
there's a place over there called Corrado's,
Corrados.
and
Hey.
they sell bread. Oh my god, do they sell bread though? Holy shit! Like I knew people going there and buying 25 loaves of bread and bringing it back to people.
It's a lot of bread.
That's a lot of bread.
It's a lot of bread. Man, I I wish I knew how to not I wish I had the desire to make bread. 'Cause if you can make fresh baked bread, ooh,
I've
leave it to me.
thought about that, and then I realized that bread's a lot of like work and babysitting, and then I don't want to do it.
I don't think baking is the Bruno method of stuff. Baking you have to be precise.
See, I can do it. Like I baked an apple cake the other day.
Really?
Yeah, and
Do you
it
have a little
actually turned
scale
out
that
very
you
good.
measure out to grams? Because I know when you're
No,
getting to the
so
bread,
like I do have a scale that I can measure grams, but it's not like a real precise scale.
I know when it comes to the fancier breads, you need
You
that
gotta be
scale.
like actually close to where you're trying to
And if
be.
you a little bit over a gram, your bread doesn't bread.
Like this apple cake, right?
Hmm.
It was like, hey, use 3 to 4 large apples. I had 5 medium ones, so I made it, and like instead of 3 eggs, I used 4, and raised everything else with it. But it's like I got a teaspoon in my hand, and it's like, I need 1 and 2/3 of this.
Hmm.
Here's one, and like, yeah, that looks like 2/3. Dump. I don't know how much I can go crazy with measurements, but I try. And it turned out great. I liked it.
I know sourdough bread is
Oh
like,
god.
I don't think you have to like
You
get
have
it
to have
right.
like a starter to begin with that you get from somewhere.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't
you
know.
start your own starter.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it just dies even though you feed it every like week. But you can't overfeed it. But you can't underfeed it.
I don't know, man. I don't do that.
That's why like baking's a precise art.
It is. And while I do a little baking, it is not my forte at all. I'm
Yeah.
more of give me a pan and I'll make something with it, or
Good old
like
cast iron skillet.
I, dude, I will tell you what, my cast iron skillet is my favorite pan. Like, if you cook a lot, you have a favorite pan. And then you got the pan that's like a bastard child that doesn't work right. They have tendencies. I could do
I,
anything in my cast iron skillet.
hmm. Could you fry up a good pancake?
Sure.
Sounds like a good skillet to me.
Yeah, like it's dialed. It took a
We
bit
have
to get there.
we have one we have one pan that's not the best. We just don't have a cover for it, but it's our big pan. It's like our 12-incher pan, like the pan that
Yeah.
like if it's
Yep.
not fitting in there, we need multiple pans.
Yep. Been there. Done
But
that many times.
it doesn't have a cover, so I can't like
Yeah.
if we're making like a hamburger helper,
Mhm.
can't like cause you're supposed to cover that shit.
Yeah.
Can't. So then I have
So
to make it in
like
a pot.
I have this cast iron skillet. I have many of them, but the one is the biggest, not the biggest because it's not. It's a 12.5 inch cast iron skillet. That's pretty big.
Yes.
I have like some 11-inch pans, I think,
Hmm.
that have glass lids. And like you, I don't have a lid for this cast iron skillet. But I just take the other lid and just kind of set it in, and it drops like way down in, but eventually it covers things.
Eventually it covers.
Yeah. So it's like, you know, it works.
Hmm.
It
And we had
does.
like we made homemade chicken noodle soup tonight, and by me I don't mean me.
Yeah.
Um, it was good, but like Instant Pot and noodles just sometimes don't work because the noodles like disintegrated and it was like chicken noodle soup, but the noodle was also liquid.
So like those noodles, I feel like they're almost done already. It's just like activate them with water.
Well, it was homemade, so they were just like egg noodles that
Oh, okay.
it was like dry egg noodle
Egg
type.
noodles, they also I've noticed that there's many different types of egg noodles.
I'm not an expert on egg noodles.
Like so like one I have one of my favorites is fried egg noodles. So you boil egg noodles and then butter and oil and like some garlic powder and like fry them so that they get a little color on some of them.
Hmm.
It's delicious. But some of them don't like that done to them. Like they reject it.
No, thank you.
Yeah, like some of them are almost like a pot pie noodle,
Oh man,
which is what you would have wanted for your chicken noodle
probably.
soup, probably.
Man, I like an egg noodle on for beef stroganoff.
Yep, I do that a lot.
That's it's Russian. I learned that was a Russian meal
It's
today.
a Russian meal, really?
Yeah, because we were listening to some dude on a chat named Dimitri, and I'm like,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, he might have not been Russian, but like he was probably Russian. And I made the
Yeah.
comment like, "Huh, I'm in the mood for some Russian tonight," without even thinking of what Russians eat, and they eat a lot of disgusting shit. To be honest with you, like looking at most of their shit.
Okay, I can't talk much because half the shit I eat would be like, you eat that?
Yeah, but this stuff would be. This was like a pastry. The one thing I saw was like a pastry just filled with onions. I
I
don't
could
know.
see that as being delicious. I love onions.
In a pastry?
You take some onions, saute them golden brown, you can put that shit on anything and it would
Okay,
taste
whatever.
good.
You can take your Russian onion pastry like sandwich, and you guys can have a good Russian meal from it to stay warm in the winter.
I got no problems with onions.
But I learned stroganoff. Yeah, we came up on a list of good Russian meals. Beef stroganoff.
Yeah, it's a great meal. Honestly, it is.
So
It's a good one.
huh?
Does very well in a pressure cooker.
Does it?
Yes,
I do the hamburger helper meals. Do you have a pressure cooker?
I do. I have an electric one.
Is yours somehow like some like old style pressure cooker that is a bomb?
No, it's not. No, mine's like you put set it and forget it kind of pressure cooker.
Okay. Well, you have the noodle maker from hell
Oh, that fucking thing.
that would shred my arm to pieces with it. So I didn't know if you had like
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had like
That thing
old.
will like chop your finger off and then extrude it out the thing and make a rigatoni out of it.
That's what I mean. Like I didn't know if you had some like, oh yeah, this is the good
No,
pressure cooker, Nick.
no.
Don't
It
don't don't slam something
honestly,
on the
it's
table.
like garbage almost. It's like, but you know what? It keeps working, and I'll tell you what. It you put any meat in there, and it turns into like cut it with your fork tender.
Hmm.
It's good. It had a learning curve though. I kept putting shit in it and like you add potatoes to something and then now you have like meat with mashed potatoes because you incinerated your potatoes until they no longer resemble potatoes.
See, the one we have, whatever like setting it has for potatoes is just not enough. You have to bump it up. Ours like undercooks our potatoes.
Yeah, well like usually do mine in stages, so it's like, oh yeah, brown the meat with the lid off. Then put the meat in with some sacrificial vegetables
Hmm.
for like 20 minutes or something, I don't know. And then it's like, oh yeah, put all your other shit in and turn it back on for a little bit.
I'm surprised yours isn't a bomb. That really surprises me.
It tried to burn me many times though. I'll tell you that much.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember how I broke the little pressure release thing.
Oh.
Cuz one I don't remember if I dropped it and it cuz it's a weighted pressure cap. And that's how it's safe because if the pressure exceeds so many psi, this thing just lifts up and
Hmm.
relieves pressure. But like I either dropped it or it came flying off. I don't remember which. And it doesn't have the little handle to turn it. I don't remember.
Mine makes a funny sound when you close the lid. Like
Yeah, mine's like just put the lid on and quarter turn it, and it's like I'm good to go.
yours doesn't make a fun
No,
robot sound.
it doesn't make a robot sound at all.
Oh, okay.
It
That's
beeps when it's done and
hmm.
has a timer that you can't go down in.
Hmm.
I'd be like talking with my dad and be like, "Oh yeah, how long you think we should put this in for?" And he goes, "Oh, 25 minutes sounds about right." So you click time up a couple times to 25, and he goes, "Yeah, you know what? Maybe 20." And you got to go from 25 all the way around past 2 hours back to 20.
across 2 hours. Nice.
Yeah, like it's
What
stupid.
are you pressure cooking for more than 2 hours?
I have no fucking idea, but
Pressure cooking's quick. I wouldn't. Oh yeah,
yeah,
put
I
that in for
know.
an hour. What?
Don't look at me. I don't know, man.
Are you pressure cooking a goddamn rock?
It'll probably work, honestly.
Because you're probably gonna come out with a mushy rock after an hour and a half.
Find a way, dude.
Fuck me. I don't know what you're. Fuck. Hmm. I just wanted to tell you about robots. I didn't need to know about your personal issues with a pressure cooker, but here we are, 50 minutes into this shit. Talked
And you
about
got me on topics that I didn't even remember. Like Burger King.
yeah.
Fucking up my order.
So I don't know, taking a 270.
Yeah.
Windows 10 will have a feature that will help you test if your SSDs are failing, I guess.
I
Which is pretty
almost
dope.
want it to be a surprise because I don't want to have to buy another SSD.
Yeah,
Like
I want to see what shape your SSD is in.
my first one.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that one's oof. I
I hope
like it is completely sacrificial memory on that thing. Whatever's on there doesn't mean anything.
I know, but like I don't know what this tool's gonna tell me, but I'd love to see like
Because
if it
that's
told you.
like, shit, that thing's coming up on 8 years old.
That's what I mean. I'd like to be able to see how many like
Damn. That'd be interesting.
because the little picture I'm seeing is like shows you 10% like life available spare. Like it just shows you.
Where's this at?
I don't think it's out yet.
Bummer. I'll
The
run it whenever it comes out. I'll see what it says. Because
unless you want to rent.
that was my main drive for like
Oh, no?
7 years, 6, 7 years, and now I use it for Steam games that I want to run quick, as like just
Steam,
a quick drive.
Steam Run Quick.
Yeah,
S
I think it's labeled "Gotta go fast" in my
SDQ.
drives.
Steam Run Quick.
Hold on, let me see. Um, yeah,
What's it?
it's gotta go fast.
Gotta go fast.
See?
I You guys judge me because I have the B drive, and you guys don't like to having something above your C drive.
I would never do that.
Big.
No, Wumbo.
No, big. Hmm.
So I read an article the other day, right?
Yes.
And it blew me away.
What was it about?
So COVID's canceled a lot of things, right?
Right.
You know, you were talking about dining earlier.
Mm-hmm.
COVID is canceling daylight savings time.
What?
Yeah, they're skipping it this year.
What do you mean?
I swear to God.
What do you mean?
They're skipping daylight savings time this year.
Here?
Yeah, like us.
Why? I don't want to deal with this shit.
They're just like, yeah, we won't do that.
Okay, they proposed. Like, no, let's
No,
not.
I think it's actually happened. I saw a dude on YouTube.
I'm gonna fucking do it on my own.
The dude on YouTube was like, "Hey, no daylight savings time this year," and it was like way out of left field for this dude. I was like, "What in the hell is this video?" It was this short video of him saying, we're not gonna do that this year."
Dude, we'll see. Half the people will still fucking do it just because they don't understand. No, we're skipping it. No, I'm not dealing with this shit.
I think it's real, dude.
Until
It was this dude. I watched this guy for his stupid shit of like he made this building with shipping containers and he'll release like an hour and a half long video about this thing he bought, and it's one of those things that it's like mesmerizing to watch. He released a 35-second video that daylight savings is canceled. Like The description of this video, and I quote, announcement letting everyone know that clock changing daylight savings time thing is canceled. Spread the word.
Spread the word.
Like, what? I don't know, man. I really. Until the day comes and my phone doesn't change, I'm gonna be skeptical of it.
Oh yeah. Fuck. Whatever. I don't know. Whatever my work does, I guess I'm fucking stuck with. Why are you an hour late? Why are you an hour early? I don't fucking know what we're doing anymore. Time
That's
seems to
gonna
be
be
irrelevant.
confusing as shit. Because half the clocks in everyone's home change.
Nope. We're goddamn going to UTC. Not dealing with this bullshit anymore. We're going to UTC.
Just everyone's on the same time. Fuck
That's
when
what
your sun rises, just same time.
that's what half the Microsoft shit isn't anyways. I didn't get this email. Let me go trace it. Nothing. There was no emails. Oh wait, this is UTC
There
time.
there would be a case for doing that. I could easily see why we should do that.
Yeah, I don't know. Man, uh,
To be completely clear, I have no idea if this is true. Because I've
I don't
seen a
know
couple
either. I hope
articles
it's.
on it, and I'm still confused of if it actually happened or not.
Who knows? Probably some people think it does. Some other people are saying it's not. We'll be stuck with like, oh, it's 1 o'clock. No, it's fucking 2 o'clock, dude. Like, I don't know. I I can't. Let's not fight over this stupid shit. This is the stupid shit we're deciding to fight over. We're gonna draw the line of who's gonna start daylight saving times and not.
Blame it on Arizona and their fucking city that doesn't listen.
Man, fuck, fuck. I don't want like
I ruined
Philadelphia
your
to be.
day.
Man, I don't need like one of these other locations I have to support being like an hour ahead or behind us so that I have to like support them for an odd hour. I don't want this bullshit in my life. My state does it, their state doesn't.
Yeah, like Eastern didn't, Western did. That'd be confusing.
Yeah, let's we're all or nothing here. Fuck Arizona. And I'm still skeptical on Wyoming. Um I
So, I did something else today, right?
mhm.
I got a flu shot today.
Oof.
Do you ever get a flu shot?
I don't tend to know.
Does it mess with your arms if you ever do?
Yeah, because it's a muscular
Yeah. I know
shot.
it's different for everybody. It fucks my arm up when I get one, Nick.
They have to use a
Like,
different type of needle
it hurts.
because they have to use a bigger, longer needle
Yeah. I look at the shit's like this long. And he
because
just plunges it in
the
your
needles
muscle.
that the other shots that don't hurt like go into your fat apparently,
Yeah.
but the flu shot's a muscular shot.
It messes with me. Cause it hurts and is like big soreness.
Hmm.
And it makes me not want to lift my arm right. Oh, I just joined a different channel by accident, so I messed everything up.
I just sit there like, oh, did Bruno just fucking crash? At least I got my audio.
I
Um,
mean, I have the audio. It's just a matter of I messed everything up on the video. So yeah, it's
so
back to normal though.
okay, holding, holding. Wait, it's back up or we're holding?
Oh no, we're good. We're good. I got it quick.
So I had a desire to watch a type of game on YouTube that I you can't watch a lot of it because there's not a lot of it out there, but
Okay.
it's a very fun type of game to watch.
Okay. I'm
That's a good
interested.
old point and click adventure game.
Oh. Okay.
The types of games that like were popular when like there was no internet.
Yeah.
It was the puzzle games where you had like a rock and you had to click on the right window in the game or else every other action would be like, you can't use this rock here.
Yeah. So who was it and what was it?
So there's a couple old games that I love, but I have to forget them to watch them again. And one of
Yeah.
them is it's LucasArts The Dig.
The
It's like the
Dig.
premise of yeah. It's like the premise is these three astronauts like um get taken to this alien planet and they're just trying to like get off of it.
Yeah.
Just it's a good old like LucasArts used to make great like
Yeah, that was a very big name back in the day.
um
You
but
can
yeah,
buy it
this
on
one
Steam, by the way.
I I knew it was on Steam. I wouldn't I mean I enjoy like the one playthrough, the one guy do,
Yeah,
but
I
I have to
understand.
like wait 3 or 4 years every time and just like rewatch it. Um
There's a style of game nowadays, like The Room. Have you ever
mhm,
seen the new The Room games?
yeah.
That remind me of that you can only click on certain things. It's not fully sandbox.
Yeah.
And they're interesting. There was another one like Don't Push the Button or something. That
Mhm.
was good. But I like watching people cuz it's like I like to see when I can correctly guess things kind of.
Well, I'm still on the train of the one I want Bruno to play.
My Summer Car.
No.
Oh,
Of this type of game, I think I'd love to watch you play Thimbleweed on Dream.
Thimbleweed.
I don't know if it's on Steam. I know it's on Epic. Oh, it's on Steam.
Thimbleweed Park?
Um, that might be the
This
OG
thing?
game. Yeah.
Okay.
Um, just kind of like on stream watching you puzzle out one of these games. Like, it's the basic like I'll put stuff together, figure it
Yeah.
out, do the little
Yeah.
puzzles.
I,
I
I
think you
I
have it
started
free on Epic.
watching like right now or have in the past.
I think if you would launch Epic, you would have it for free. Because I remember it being free on there the one time, and I'm like, Bruno, launch your Epic and get it.
Hold
Epic
on, let's see.
Games Launcher.
Oh god. I hate this launcher. I hate what they did to Rocket League, dude. I'm still mad
Yeah.
about this. I have 4 friend requests for people from fucking Steam with Rocket League.
Woo.
That honestly, that was one of the smartest things they did. They
Great.
bought a game that's very widely played
Mm-hmm.
just to get a kickstart on friends lists on Epic Games.
Oh, you have to
Because
you have to refriend.
you first off, you have to have an Epic account to play Rocket League, even on Steam now.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, hey, we see your friends list. Do you want to add everyone on Epic right away? It's like, yeah, it pissed me off. Do I have this game that Nick is talking about? Thimble something.
Thimbleweed.
Yes, I do.
I know. Yeah.
I have
It's a
a lot of
free.
games on here that I probably will never touch.
But see, I want you to touch this one. It's.
Okay, someday.
It,
I will for you. I'll stream.
I think it's a perfect stream game of just like launch it up and see if Bruno can puzzle out the puzzles.
Yeah, I got you.
I forget the
Someday.
premise. Like the rough premise of this game is like you're two like agents and come to investigate a death in this weird town.
In Thimbleweed Park, a dead body is the least of your problems. Switch between 5 playable characters to uncover the surreal secrets of the strange town. In a modern mystery adventure game from the creators of Monkey Island and Maniac Mansion. The deeper you go, the weirder it gets. Released in 2017.
Like it's a modern town, but this for some reason this modern town still uses vacuum tubes.
Oh.
Cause I think it's like the guy that created vacuum tube. Like for some reason that's
Ah. It's a thing. Yeah.
yeah. Um. But yeah, the people that made this were like they had the people that worked on this game were the people that used to work on these games in the back in the day, and they were the ones
Yeah.
that were known for the big name ones. And
Yeah.
they were like, let's make a modern day one.
That's cool.
Really good game. Watched it again. I watched that when it came out a couple years ago. Don't press the button.
I'm trying to figure out what that game was. The
Which
one
one are
that
you
I
thinking of?
was. It was. Hold on.
Getting a lot of Roblox shit.
Yeah, it's not that.
Hmm. Sure, it's not the Roblox.
I'm sure it was like it was one of those the room kind of games. Like you're stuck in a room, all you have in front of you is this stuff. Do something with it.
Aren't you thinking about the room?
No, but similar.
Hmm.
Please
I
don't touch anything.
feel like I remember that.
Please don't touch anything. There was a like updated one though. Hold on.
That's $5 for this game.
Yeah, that's too much. But there's like a new one that was like VR capable. So it's like an actual 3D space game instead of just staring at a wall. I don't
Man,
know.
oh, Stanley Parables is down there. That guy who makes
I
those.
think I can play that game.
You think you got the achievement not
I
play
think
for
I
like
can play.
5 years?
Yeah, I think I can play it. So this is the one I was actually talking about because
Yeah,
this looks better, but it's double the price too.
yeah.
I watched someone play it and I was like, "Wow, that's actually an interesting game." So I don't want to play it, but it was,
Please don't touch anything 3D.
yeah.
But yeah, these point. I like it. Like I said, there's not many. There's not many good point. Well, there's a lot of good ones. There's a lot of old ones that are hard to watch just because I can't watch like 16-bit graph. Like watching a game that has like 4 colors, no graphics.
Last played December 2014, so I can play it.
What's the achievement? It's not like 7 years. Is it 5 years?
Let me look.
It's not one you really want to fuck up.
Yeah, that's the problem. Um, go outside. Don't play the Stanley Parable for 5 years. I'm
You're
past five
probably
years.
you're probably good.
Well, like I'm at like the first day of 20. I'm almost to 6 years now, so I should be good.
So you don't get it.
That would suck.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Like I would like to get the rest of these achievements.
Isn't the one really hard?
I don't know. What is it?
Uh,
It might be this 8 one. That I think that one's like stupid hard. Yeah, I think you're right.
unachievable.
I bet that's achievable.
I don't you have to do the one ending for this game that's absolutely
I don't know.
like hit the button and you have to hit the button every like thing for like 3 hours?
Click on the door 435 times.
No. It's like the baby runs to the fire and you have to hit the button to reset the baby. And you have to do that for
I
like
I don't know. Maybe.
well, let's see unachievable.
I was gonna look them up. Like this one, or no, it's commitment. Play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration of a Tuesday.
Hmm.
Like, how does that work? How does it know? Can you just mess with your clock? Is that allowed? I don't know.
Maybe. Step 1. Once for unachievable. Once you have downloaded Notepad++, open your Steam library, right-click Stanley Parable on your game list. Option says properties, blah blah blah.
So it's just like force it.
Yeah. Hmm.
I'd like to go back in because I don't remember any of it because it's been 5 years since I've played it at all. I'd like to go back in and like just mess around with it because I think it would be cool.
Yeah, okay, the AA is just entered into a keypad. I guess you could probably get them all. Be dope. Be a fun game to have them all with.
Yeah, it would. I also want to get the Rocket League achievement that I'm missing. I have like 87 out of 88 achievements in that game, and it was like a weird one that I didn't get for some reason.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. You get see. Do we have pictures of the deer?
I
We
have
have.
a video of the deer if you would like to watch it.
I would like to watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shoot.
So at some point in this video, I dumped out a whole bunch of corn. Like I finished off the bag.
Mm-hmm.
So also this is an 8-point buck that's back there. So some
So
of this is pre at the pictures in the middle, then I dumped corn and then the
this
rest
is
of
just
it
them
was
looking
from,
around for where the corn used to be.
yeah. But there was a oh, I guess I should show them the buck. Yeah. He's a nice looking buck. So yeah, I dumped the rest of the bag of the corn. And then from then on, that was yesterday. So the rest of that is all today.
Gotcha.
Or at the night in between. Yeah, there's just like a shit ton of them out there.
Wow. That is a ton of deer. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
It's
7, 8, 9,
9,
10.
maybe 10. I
Um,
I
I,
see 9. I could
yeah,
be wrong.
I think I counted one of the small ones twice.
It's a lot.
Yeah. They're all just chillins.
Yeah, they're just walking. They're mobbing.
Looking for that corn.
Yeah, I I didn't give them any for a while. I've been busy and haven't gotten out there.
Probably were upset.
They might have been. They might have been for sure.
Still got a lot of those leaves though. They like those leaves.
I think it's like I don't even know what it is because most of that stuff is like sticker bushes.
Probably love a sticker bush.
Probably.
Probably. Look at them. Oh,
So we got little
little
stubby
buck.
buck. Yeah, he's chilling.
Man, I feel bad for that dude. He ain't fighting shit this year.
For real. I
So it is
mean,
a 4.
I think it is a 4-point. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the weakest 4-point I ever.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did this dude just?
I don't know. Keep in mind, this is like when there wasn't any corn for a while. This is just deer passing through.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, but still, they. Oh god,
Yeah.
they're just coming out of nowhere.
Yeah, like, you know, there's a bunch of them. It's like what? 3. I think it's like 3 babies and 2 doe.
I think
I
so.
think that is 3 babies.
Definitely 2 babies. Probably a third, and then 2 mamas.
Yeah.
No buck though.
So this was a picture. I think that's a. Yeah, that's a raccoon right there. Chilling.
A fat fucking raccoon.
Yeah, there's 2 of them.
What the fuck are you feeding them?
Nothing, dude. So from this point, there's a big pile of corn there. I have 300 pictures and 100 videos of corn eating deer.
Dude,
Just
they were probably there
munching.
nonstop.
Yeah. And this is yesterday. No, sorry. This is today at 1:30 in the morning.
Man, they were probably just munching there till that pile's gone.
I'm tempted to render out all of the clips
Mm-hmm.
and just throw it on a YouTube account. Or like
Trail
speed
cam.
it up like crazy.
Man,
Because they
these
were
guys are just
chilling.
chomp, chomp, chomp. Is do they share?
Not well. I'll tell you what. So this one, there was a deer here just jumping away, and Mr. 8 Point Buck is just standing in the background menacingly
Look what the fuck you munching on over here.
and just like made a deer run away. Now he's coming over to see what's going on.
I didn't know. I didn't think they were that aggressive, like to non-bucks.
I don't know that that was really aggression, but it was just like,
Oh, it was. It
hey,
definitely
what
was
you
a.
doing?
The other one was really took it as aggressive.
So he's just sitting here munching. That's a nice rack on it. It's like not a big deer. I don't think it's that old, but it's got a nice
You don't want it
eight
to be
point rack.
old. The older it is, the worse the meat is.
Yeah,
Well, okay, to put it this way, you probably put a lot of it into jerky, right?
I would. Yeah.
If you
Also,
if you're
there's
gonna put
like
into
whole
oh god,
squads of deer out here. Like the little
I,
guys back here, the little buck.
yeah, I do know if you're gonna take like the back straps and the venison, you want a
Yeah,
younger deer. But
yeah,
if you're just gonna do jerky or bologna, where it's all gonna be shredded up anyways, like
yeah.
who cares? I haven't had
Like
deer
the more
bologna in a while.
impressive looking ones, I think, are usually a little bit older though,
They
as
are,
far as like a rack and stuff
but you're
goes.
hunting those because you want the mount, not because you want the
Yeah.
meat.
So they were here for a while, just munching.
Dude, that corn pile must have just been gone by the time you got this footage.
It was. It was gone. There was like a couple kernels left when I went back there.
Man,
I don't know if these are from like the same family or whatever, but they're like almost being territorial. I don't know. Or maybe they're just playing. But one
yeah.
looks hungry. I don't know.
The one looks like it's been eating.
Yeah. So there you go.
Hmm.
That's what I got this week.
It's, yeah, that's some good deer guts.
Good deer guts.
Some good, good, good deer getting. Do they like anything else other than corn? Corn's expensive. It's not
I
expensive,
know
but
that
it's
they
not cheap.
like salt and corn's pretty cheap. 100 pounds
Salt,
for like $10, that's pretty cheap.
yeah. Oh, you should get a salt
Okay,
lick.
from the time I started this to now, I've spent $16 because I used expensive corn.
That is true.
Salt
You should get.
licks, they were like $25, I think, for a
They
little
probably
one.
last longer.
Probably. Maybe I'll just dump some table salt out there. See if they like that.
Well, well,
Yeah, I don't know. Might be
I don't
interesting.
know how long you could. I don't know how long they could sit there and lick a big salty rock.
Yeah, I don't know. I really don't.
It's gonna get cold soon. They're gonna be.
I'm curious how that's gonna affect things too. Like if it's gonna
I don't know.
mean they're gone, or if it's gonna mean
Well, they're not
I
gonna
don't know.
move as much probably.
Probably. But like if I've put a corn pile in just like snow, because like
Oh, they'll come out
they
in view.
don't just disappear.
No, they just
You
hunker
know?
down.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. I'll be happy. I'll be happy when we get the population down a little bit. When you see them, when you start to see them during the day on the side of the roads, that's when you know there are a little too many in this state.
I can't think of a time ever that I don't see deer on the side of the road, though, Nick.
Uh, Throughout the winter it gets better after they've been hunting down,
I guess.
and then
I
early
guess.
spring before they've repopulated. There's that good time between like post hunting and then pre like mating and like having baby season that you get like a good reduced amount of deer.
Yeah, you're right.
That or the people don't know what they're doing.
Or the deer don't know what they're doing. Who knows?
I'd be curious if we see any of you. Well, yours would be pretty safe unless they start wandering. But I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really either.
Unless you start looking at some back straps.
I just, But I saw we had 11 in one, or 9, whatever. 9 in one picture.
You should go get that
That's
buck.
that's a lot. I'm tempted to like sit outside in a hammock or something. Like put down a big pile and see if I can see any. But they don't really come out any time other than like at the crack of dawn when I don't like being awake.
They come out at dusk.
Maybe not as much
You
though.
No, but you are awake at dusk.
Yeah, usually. Did you find a fly or something in your room?
There's a gnat, so it's not even a fly. So you could possibly catch it because gnats are a little stupid,
Yeah, yeah,
and they like fly in front of my monitors.
yeah. I
And the
hate when
worst,
they start getting attracted to the monitors. And
that's
then I
what I
try
mean.
and
Then they'll
shush
hit
them
it.
away with my mouse and it doesn't work.
Oh, fuck it. The issue is that my room's so dark that if they're not directly in front of the monitor, I can't tell where they are.
Yeah.
I didn't catch it. It's somewhere.
It is somewhere, I'll tell you that much.
Maybe. I only get one at a time, but there's always one. Oh,
So what else is going on this week? Anything?
I get to go to Maine next week. That'll be an interesting.
That'd be interesting to hear about when you come back.
I don't know if I have to I think I have to get tested to go to Maine. I might have to get tested leaving Maine. I don't
Oh,
know how
you get
they'll
to
pro.
get poked in the brain. Sweet.
Maybe it might be a spit test.
Yeah.
I don't know what type of test it is. Maybe I'll just have to send pics on to a doctor online. He'll be like, "Yep, you're COVID free."
Sounds like my mechanic.
Yeah. You think you got COVID? Nope. Do you want me to check? Nope. Sounds good. Approved.
Oh
So
God.
that'll be interesting. I've
Yeah.
never. I'll drive through a lot of states I've never driven before.
It's a
Roughly
long drive. Isn't it like 10 hours or something?
9, I think. It's like
Yeah.
southern
Okay.
part of Maine. I don't have to go to the Canadian border. Um, Probably could tell you the town. I just don't remember it off the top of my head. What is it? Uh, I'm looking at it.
How about we go to Portland? That's close to the bottom.
I think it's like an hour away from Portland, but I think it's because it's east.
From Harrisburg, which is big city name near you, to Portland, Maine is 7.5 hours. I really would have thought that would have been more.
Look at Bridgeton. That's the town that it is. What area?
Yeah, I got you.
Fucking can't
If it
find that.
ever finds it,
Oh, okay. So that is, it's a
eight
little
and a
bit more
half.
north.
I find it hilarious that you drive right through New York City.
Man, I'm not excited. I don't like
Like,
driving through New
why
York
do you
City.
have to come here to go up there? Why is that the quick way to get there?
Because, yeah, I don't know.
Not a fan.
Never been through Connecticut. I'll go through Connecticut. Yeah. See some sights. Hopefully, it'll be good
Yeah,
fall.
try to find a
But
moose up in Maine.
no, thanks. Unless we rent a truck.
There you go.
Unless we rent an F-150
Send
plus,
it. Yeah,
I'll
rip
fucking
it.
I'll fucking rip a moose in one of those. If we get a compact car,
See, I think the car you have a better chance actually, if you were
because I
to hit
can
a
zip through
moose,
its legs.
because you'd go under it instead of it slamming straight into your lap.
Well, I thought the truck would be tall enough for it
I
would.
think you would have to go to like a full size pickup, not a mid size.
You don't think the F-150 is tall enough?
No, I don't.
I thought it might just be.
Why do you start me on like the fifth page of a form. Why is that a thing? Oh God, he smashed a moose.
I'd take that though. Like that.
Yeah, that doesn't look terrible.
Like it's bad, but like I
Yeah,
don't
it's
see a
still
shutter.
not good. But
No.
like, it didn't land in their lap, which is the good
Right.
part.
So yeah. Hmm.
It's an interesting picture.
Yeah. Or I'll just get a compact car and go through its legs.
Yeah, the little tiny ones, like
Wee.
clown car.
Yeah.
A car
Wee.
I would think would be cool to own. One of
What?
the old school Mini Coopers, like the really tiny ones.
I mean, you know what car? I want that stupid. I even forget what it is now, but that little small one that I always find. That it's like a
I can't remember it.
Ford.
A Fiesta.
No. Festiva, I think. Yes.
Oh, this thing. This. Oh, yep, I remember now. You and your weird little tiny car.
Dude, don't say this is weird. Don't say I think this is the coolest little car.
This is like a Mini Cooper made by Ford.
Yes. But like
Yeah.
if I had like fuck you money, I'd soup one of these things up to be like the most like sleeper cars ever.
Yeah, that'd be cool. A
Wee.
used Ford.
They don't even list them.
You say that.
What? Festiva. Oh my. Oh.
Wait. What is this? The Crawford Buick GMC. They have a 1990 Ford Festiva L Plus. It exists, Nick.
How much in a fucking El
El
Paso, Texas?
Paso, Texas.
Mileage not provided. That thing doesn't have a fucking engine. I 100% guarantee it. That does not have a goddamn engine. I don't know if it's like gone or what, but that thing's engine is out. That's why there's no price, because it's just like they're just trying to sell the body. Equipment not found. There's no fucking engine in that bullshit of a car.
I'm just trying to Google the VIN to see if anything
I
comes
know.
up.
Contact seller. There's no goddamn engine.
That's hilarious. It
Yep.
actually came up.
Okay. You got anything else?
Nope, I don't. Not that I can remember, at least.
It's a Dupe month, so trumpet or skull, you got a choice.
Did you get it? I see
What?
you swacking at it.
No. Because that's all we have for this week's episode of Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later.